Hello everybody, it's Jack from Ontario Motorsport with another commentary video about Gran Turismo Sport, yes again. And this time it'll be about my most entertaining daily race A's that I had of the previous week. Very chaotic overall, excluding this very first race. Now, as you can see, I just completely forget about the fact it's a grid start, I believe, so I have an absolutely horrible run off the line going into this first corner, so Bust a Block has an awesome opportunity for a pass here. Goes on the inside. I have no opportunity to defend. I just do not get on the gas early enough. He pulls off a very clean move. Kudos to him for that. I do not want to give up that position easily, so I think about going for a move into this next corner, but I am just a little too aggressive. Push him out of the way, and I feel it was not a fair move, so I lift off the gas and make sure I do not take the place from him. And I clip that corner slightly as well, making it even slower. That curb, I apologize, making it an even slower run onto here. Now JR Dath has an opportunity. If you look at the radar, he gets absolutely punted, pushes me slightly, which does benefit me in the end. I believe he gets knocked completely off the track, JR Dath, excuse me, which is very unfortunate for him because he really did nothing wrong. I thought he was going to pass me, to be honest, but he was the victim of some dirty driving. Now, this race is the least chaotic, I said, surprisingly, even though there was something that happened on the very first lap, but I do believe I have the pace to catch up to Bust a Block, so I do try to keep up the pressure. He does run a little wide there, making it so I am able to close the gap just that little bit more. Now that I am only 2 or 3 tenths behind him, it's way easier as he goes wide, and I try to take the opportunity, but he does get a good run coming out of the corner, and I am not able to take the position. Thinking about going for a move in this very next corner as well, but I'm definitely too far, so I instead try to take my normal line of attempting to be a little bit wider than the rest and getting on that curb on the right on the very exit, which always creates a nice run, as you see here, and going for that opportunity on the straightaway. We are absolutely neck and neck here going into the final corner. I have to get this absolutely right. I get the braking decently right, but I do get on the curb a little bit too much, and that causes it to be easy for Bust a Block to continue on into first place. Now, third place is going for a move, but he simply does not have the braking right, and that is the end of that battle for now. As we cut to the end of lap 4, the pressure was still on him the whole time. I just never made a move till this final lap, which is my last opportunity to try to go for the win. I am going for the move into the first turn, and I get the braking absolutely right, but once again too close onto the curb, or to the inside of the track, which is also the curb, and my momentum is ruined coming out of the corner, which does kind of cancel out that really good move that I made going into the corner. But I do try to go for the cutback. Once again, I get on the dirt. It's been my problem all race, and I just get that little bit loose, and Bust a Block manages to get right in front of me. Thinking about the cutback again, we make a little bit of contact. Now, this is really my last real opportunity, but not thinking about the guy behind. Jesse is suddenly right beside me as I bump Bust a Block completely by accident, as it was hard to see where I was supposed to brake going into that corner with everyone around me, something I'm still learning to do better. But I did end up just pushing Bust a Block through and sliding into second place, giving Bust a Block the win. I wasn't going to try to go for the win, even if I had the opportunity here. Even though I do get pushed anyways, I'd feel bad. So I do end up in second place, and I actually don't see that guy on the left, on the right there, and spin myself out. No fault of that, guys. Second place was a decent result for that race, but I do want to go for the win, and I have another opportunity from the pole position this time once again. Bust a Block is on my right for the second race in a row, and he goes for the move into the corner this time. He does push me a little bit sideways, and actually going into this next corner he was giving me back the place, at least attempting to, and he did message me that to confirm it. And watch the radar though, as the guy in third place pushes me completely out of the way, completely ignoring the fact I'm there, essentially pushing me again. Somehow I get a 4-second penalty. No idea how, but keep watching the radar as Buster Block gets pushed into me, which manages to spin me absolutely perfectly. Absolute perfect pit maneuver by a policeman, but it was not Buster Block's fault at all. He was pushed into me. I actually messaged him later, like I said, and we apologized to each other and everything, talked to each other. But that was the end of that race. That race really did suck. I ended up finishing like 10 seconds behind after that penalty that I received, that I still don't know how I got it, honestly, and if anyone can figure out how, please let me know in the comments. But this is the third and final race that I'm going to show you guys here. This time, I'm starting in third, so these two guys ahead of me should actually be a little bit faster than the people I have had the opportunity to race with in the previous few races there. As I just try to be safe going into the first corner, I actually think about going for the cutback, but I just don't get the right amount of pace coming out of the corner, right amount of speed coming out of the corner, so I have no opportunity for that cutback. Once again, just trying to play it safe. I do just want a decent result, but the guy in first place goes completely wide, putting me in second place and alongside first place, but the Chilean just ignores the fact I'm there. Seems to be a common theme in this race. This American guy here does actually give me just barely enough space, a bit questionable, but he did give me the space, just being aggressive. Fair play to him. But absolute chaos is starting here as the one American spins the other one. I bump into him, which actually straightens him out, and there's got to be at least 17 cars all in this little pack here. As I get bumped from both sides, completely not really realizing how close it is, and I have to get this absolutely right. This guy tries to go in between us. He actually manages to make the move work. Sharp-faced, wow. And I get completely pushed side by side, and I'm all the way back in 6th place now, and I'm frustrated, so I actually pushed the Brazilian out of the way. Somehow that, at the time, I don't know why, I decided he was the person I should be pushing, even though I got pushed by a bunch of people. Unfortunately, there's another guy who got pushed off the track entirely as a result of my frustration, and I get completely punted out of the way by Sharp-faced, what a name. But he's just, once again, I don't understand what he's doing. He seems to be trying to be as dirty as possible. As you can see here, he actually lifts, making it so JR Dath actually bumps into the back of him, and I bump into the back of JR Dath. But I don't really see this guy on the right on the radar, but I fortunately do not get spun out by him, and the battle begins between Sharp-faced and JR Dath. I have no idea how this is going to end. It looks like it's bad, because as you can see, the guy in 4th place keeps pushing him out of the way. But JR Dath is having none of it. He goes for an aggressive move, completely as I get pushed off the track just a little bit. I apologize. That distracted me. But the American going for the move on me, diving in there. Perfect move. Honestly, looking back on it, I remember that he didn't really push me too hard. I kind of just didn't see him, and I kind of put myself into him. So when I got pushed off the track, that was not his fault. I think about a move there, and I actually get punted from behind again. If you watch the radar and go back, that Julio guy pushed us all, and he actually managed to pass 4 people by basically destroying us all at once. What a move. If you're going for dirtiest move of the year, with the most effect at least, maybe not the dirtiest, but the dirty move with the most effect, I think he takes the award. As I go for the move there, break a little bit too late, he tries to do the cutback, and he actually once again just ignores me. Another person ignoring me. That time I swear I was holding my racing line. But I do have that guy behind me, the guy I don't even want to say his name anymore anyways. He's behind me, and he has a penalty, and I remember at this point I was thinking, you know what, I'm so frustrated at this point, I'm going to take this guy out for everybody. Going into this next corner, I'm not going to get better than 6th, but look, he just completely puts himself off track, so I don't even need to bother at that point. He has a 2-second penalty too. That's basically the end of all the racing for that race. I was never able to catch back up, unfortunately, because of how good the pace is and how not consistent I was as well. Somehow, I managed to make an awesome move at the end, do a perfect spin, but the thing is, somehow I ended up with a clean race bonus, as you will see coming to the end of this video. No idea how, don't think I really deserve it, but shows you the penalty system in this game sometimes. But I do want to thank everybody. Still had fun with this race. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Definitely would do this race any day again.